Well, good morning, everybody. I hope you had all a good rest. It's 6:20 in the morning. We're on day 3, late spring. After planting, nothing really much happened at all, actually. Just was busy doing some paperwork and things like that. Our money has dropped substantially. It was a bit of a miscalculation on the company's part. The leasing cost was, shall we say, extensive. $240,000 on our planting day. Yikes. And Tuesday, our leasing cost was $32,000 just for the day's expenses. So I've had to increase the loan a little bit to cover our deficit. Let's go have a quick look at the fields. We've got a little bit of crop popped up. Our crops will require in this particular part of the country, it requires 3 states of fertilization, thus the 33%. So now that we have wheat growing, let's get our little tester out here. We had a little bit of rain, so we're at 10% moisture, which is I would assume would be good. Fertilization's 33%. That's I'm really not sure. I think that's crop moisture. 70% growth. It looks like wheat. Okay. So, anyways, we might as well get the fertilization going here. Fortunately, we don't have to buy any more product right now. Our expenses are quite high, as one would expect with all this equipment and no income yet. I'm sure hoping we get a good wheat crop. We might have to reevaluate. Oh, I left that open. Hope nobody stole anything. Let's close that up. And I left the barn doors open too. Well, there's no horses in here, so we don't have to really worry about that. Let's close that. Oh, we have automatic lighting in here. I was wondering about that. Well, that's very good because that would have been dark. So we got a full load of fertilizer. I sure hope that lasts. We had some weeds. Not a lot. If we look at our... so we got a spattering of weeds. It's not worth herbiciding the entire field for a spattering of weeds here and there. The Gator has, there is an option. The Gator does have a sprayer option that we can buy for spot weeding. Well, we're gonna see how bad it is as the year progresses. Let's line her up here, and we'll get some fertilizer on this field. There we go. It's gonna be a little bit hard to see. But here we go. I do like the speed of this, but we get a cost of liquid fertilizer is quite expensive. I want to see how fast we go through this, because we do have a dry fertilizer option that is quite a bit cheaper. Yeah, it might be we have to go to that with the farm costs right now. It is a bit concerning. I wonder if yeah, we're going down at a fairly rapid pace here for fertilizer. And yeah, okay, we're doing all right. See, I don't even see the weeds. I'm gonna wake up one of the hired hands here and come on. Really? There we go. Weeds are really kind of hard to see right now. I don't see any weeds. It says there's a patch over here. Wow. All right. Oh, here we are. Huh. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to worry about that later. Excuse me. Let's go grab the little John Deere in here. And is this a light switch? No. Okay. Where is she? Yeah, let's hop in here. I say we can buy granulated fertilizer at a reduced price. It is a deal that the company, basically the company buys it in such large quantities that we are able to use it at a much lower cost than, say, you would buy at the local dealer. What kind of lighting does this have? Not bad. Pretty good for a little tractor. I believe the spread on this is pretty substantial too. We'll see how. Oh yeah, there we go. That's nice and wide. Yeah, so this might be a much more economically viable alternative to the liquid fertilizer. At the moment, none of our equipment uses liquid fertilizer. Our leasing costs are way up there. That unit, that sprayer is really nice, but if we're only getting small patches of weeds, it might not be worth having an expensive piece of equipment like that for spraying on really expensive fertilizer. And herbicide is not cheap either. I think we're going to give up the lease on that once it's empty. Give it back, and look at a smaller sprayer option for some of these weeds. There's lots out there. Yeah, we have no time commitment on the leases. We can return them at any time. There's, like I say, there's an hourly charge and a daily charge as leases work with this particular situation we're in. So yeah, we'll use up the liquid fert that's in that right now, which should not take very long, as I believe it's getting used up pretty quickly. Let's check. Yeah, oh, he did a pretty good job there, actually. This is difficult to see where I have fertilized. We're kind of at risk at over-fertilizing a little bit as well, overlapping a lot, and we don't have... we didn't opt for the precision farming equipment. You have to set up stations and set up GPS modules and sensors on the equipment, and the company didn't want to do that. They didn't think it was worth it. So we are running standard farming practices, standard fertilization rates on crops, and yield potentials are basically going to come in around the standard amounts, and the the fertilization rate is set at a default. So but if we see, the odd part is the seed, you can't overseed. I mean, you go over a seeded area with a seeder and it will stop seeding. However, the fertilization continues for some reason. But anyways, that's the quirk of how this machinery works. But as I said, fortunately, we get a bulk rate on the fertilizer, so it doesn't hurt us as much when we overlap a bit, especially when we really can't see. Oh, I'm missing some. You don't want to miss any. We really need to maximize our yields on this. We'll have to wait till it gets a little bit lighter in the day, and we're going to, like I said, we'll finish this up. We'll get over there with the other sprayer and get him started on the other field there, and use up some. See, these two, they had some fertilizer on there before we seeded, and it took another round. It took a round of fertilizer when we seeded, so that only needs one more, and it will be good for the year. This one will require this field, and this 15 and 11 are going to require another one after on the next growth stage to be effective. All right, so yeah, I wonder if yeah, we're going to have to go and look at some fertilization or some sprayer options for smaller spots, perhaps. Although we're gonna let it run its course a little bit. I don't know if that's it for weeds. Now I know in real life you want to get on the first stage of growth in weeds, but in this area, you're better off. You're better off to wait and see what pops up, and then it hit it one time, and you won't have to worry about it again until harvest. As I don't think it. I don't think it hurts the yield too much when you just got a little bit of weeds. If the weeds were much more invasive, I think we'd get on it a bit earlier. All right, let's see what little Mr. John Deere here. We'll fold that up and get him on the next field. See, we're already down to 59%. That's significant usage. I don't think it's lights on. It's still a bit early in the morning. We got thought we'd get on this early, and I mean, you've seen the lights in the yard. The yard was well lighted. They did a real good job of that. Lights in the barn are nice. I had occasion to really go in the barn at night yet, so shall we say the shed, the old Kiwi farm shed, which is a nice, large-sized machine shed, very much so, with nice big wide doors, although the combine with the header on it did not fit through the door, which is not too surprising since it is an older barn, probably made for older machinery with much smaller width on the headers, which is understandable. I mean, you don't they probably made it pretty big for the time, but machinery is getting quite a bit larger nowadays. I'm not even going to try to put the seeder in there. It's just going to take up too much room. It's good enough underneath the shed there for shelter. I mean, there's a lot of guys that just leave them outside, period. They don't have the machine shed room or even shelters to park some of these massive pieces of machinery inside. So I mean, it's quite an expense to build shelters for a lot of this stuff. I mean, the equipment itself is expensive, and of course you want to look after it and keep it keep it protected, but yeah, there's only so much money to go around. And as we are finding out quite quickly here with our with the start to this operation, the expenses are substantial when you have a lot of equipment, either purchasing or leasing. All right, well, let's let him get to it here. Yes, there we go. So that'll be the final round of fertilization there. Excellent. Got a bit of a jaunt. I got a bit of a jaunt over to the other tractor. Oh, what was that? I heard water dropping. Let's take a look here. 67% fertilization. Yeah, so we are well on our way. Yeah, finances are going to be tight for a little while till we get that first harvest. Speaking of first harvest, let's see what wheat prices. 618. So what are? Oops. seems like it kind of tops out. It's going to drop for but I mean, by the time harvest ends, let's see, the first day of winter, first quarter, it's not even a quarter, first third of winter, looks like the prices are going to be the best. So we're just going to have to hold out till then. What about straw? Because we're going to get some straw off of the straw. Yeah, it's actually straw right now is about as good as it gets. Not a lot. I wonder if bales, animals. Yeah. I just have to find out, I guess. Yeah, baling is it's gonna take time, but any little bit of extra money right now, we're gonna have to look at some cheap options for baling. Maybe. I don't think we can spend a whole lot of money on a baler when we don't have any money in the bank. And it looks like, I wonder. It might come to the point, I mean, it's our first year. The company did, I don't know if their accountants messed up or whatever. I guess they just didn't calculate what our expenses were going to be. We might have to put in an application to get some more funding to get us through until harvest. And I mean, we're going to have to look at our numbers. Yeah, $50,000 loan right now. Today's not going to be too bad, $300, but that's mainly that does not include our vehicle leasing costs, what will pop up at midnight. We're running that puppy hourly there, so he should be done soon, and well, he is done. Let's go grab him and get him started on the other. I hope he's not spraying. No, looks like he's just transporting. What is he doing? Oh, he's backing up. Okay, okay, stop that. Whee. Oh, he's almost out of fertilizer, so let's get this used up real quick and return this stuff. Leasing company said they'll come pick it up, so that's not a problem. We'll get rid of the remaining product in the tanks, and we'll get rid of this, so we don't want to spend any more spending no more money on this leasing costs right now. Yeah, we should be able to fertilize this. There is always the I think our best economical choice is the dry fertilizer right now. Like I say, we're getting a heck of a deal on it because of bulk pricing. There is a manure option or slurry, but I don't think it's an option for us. It would mean more equipment. We would have to buy the manure. We don't have cattle or anything that would produce manure or anything like that. All right. Well, let's call the leasing company here, and let's return these things. Well, it was nice while we had it. They're going to come and pick that up, and there, the sprayer. Okay. Well, that's done. They've come and got those. We'll come and finish up this field with our dry fertilizer. And then, yeah, what next? We might have to go and reassess things. Yeah. I'm gonna finish off that other. Let's see. We need to. Yeah, we got a little bit left there, and then I'm gonna go into the. I'm gonna go pay a visit to the old Claas dealership up over by the shop there today, and look at what my options for smaller sprayer. And we'll do some spot spraying. I don't know. I'm not going to get anything right away, but I'm going to just see what our options are. Anyways, well, we're going to do that. We're going to finish up that other field. We're going to do that, and we'll catch you later on, maybe in the evening or tomorrow. Let's see. It's coming around breakfast time. Go grab some breakfast, and we'll meet up later. Well. Welcome back. It's day one of summer. It's raining. We've had to make some hard choices over the last couple of days. We had to put. Fortunately, we had some narrows. We had to put that on there on this old girl, and as we own it, we have can do that. So we can run the fertilizer to fertilize, put the last round of fertilizer on 15 and 12, I believe. Anyways, we're all fully fertilized here, but because the crop was up, we had to put these on so we wouldn't destroy crop. I was going to do it with the Gator. The Gator has a 3-point hitch on the back. But there is no narrow option for that, and I would have destroyed a bunch of crop. Having said that, the option for spot weeding is kind of down the tube now, because it's for one, it's very difficult to see where the weeds are unless you look at the map, and me and my little phone app won't show me weeds. So as you can see, everything looks, until you're immediately on top of it, which we are right now, right on top of the weed patch. You literally can't see where they are. And it would mean me buying a very expensive sprayer on the back of the little tractor we had there for spot spraying, and we don't have any money. We are in debt already. Excuse me. $80,000 in debt. We haven't got a crop off yet. I've had to return the 410 John Deere. It was a spare tractor that we don't immediately have a use for, and it's costing us money on the lease. I might even have to think about this one. It's been useful, but even the combine. I mean, we haven't even got through the first year yet. I feel that the company has really set me up to fail here, and I'm determined not to. So there might be some more drastic changes, but that's where we stand right now. All we can do now is wait. Wait for the crop to mature. We'll keep an eye on the weeds. We may have to go in there if the weeds propagate any further, but it looks like nothing's changed with where the weeds have popped up. So, early spring, after the first, even before the crop popped out of the ground, we've seen these weeds. I might be able to. The John Deere Gator has a sprayer attachment. It's about $2,000. That's well within budget. We can do that to get rid of these weeds and go over them, knock them out before even the crop comes up. And excuse me, I'm got a little bit of a throat tickle. Yeah. So, anyways, that's it. That's it for this episode. We're getting a lot of rain here in New Zealand. I guess that's what happens here. I hope you liked the episode. It's a bit of a longer episode. Well, we got a lot done. We got a lot. We're into springs, into summer. The next one will be harvest, and starting to deal with prepping for winter. And we'll see what winter's like here in New Zealand. So until then, I'm a Looney Farm guy. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And we'll see you next time. Remember, it's a game. Have fun with it. Till next time, bye for now.